Ever pick up a rifle so fine-tuned and spotless, it makes the rest in your locker look like they were built by a committee that just got out of bed? By 2025, survival rifles have come a long way from being rusty old truck guns or little plinkers for kids. These top-notch options now fold, float, break down, or slip into a pack faster than a critter in tall grass. And when the moment calls, they still pack enough punch to either take down some game or handle an urgent threat. In this day and age, with the world in a constant state of unease, gas prices shooting through the roof, and politicians always chirping about bans, these rifles aren't just range toys. They are true tools. Whether you're heading out to live off the grid or just want a rifle that won't complain if it gets put through the ringer, this list has got something for your needs. We're ranking the top 10 survival rifles based on what really counts out here. Weight and speed of deployment. Can it keep up with you? Field maintenance. Clean it if you must with nothing but a stick and some spit. Ammo flexibility. Not fussy about what it needs to feed on. Consistency in rough weather, be it snow, desert, or marsh. And at the crucial moment, does it hit what you aim at? So, saddle up. We're starting with the good ones and working our way up to near perfection. And just so you're ready, a few of these rifles might even be cheaper than filling up the tank on Interstate 95. Let's get moving. Chiappa M6. This one? Oh, you bet. The Chiappa M6 is what happens when folks with a passion for firearms decide to get creative with some leftover metal and a healthy dose of caffeine. It's one of those rifles that sparks conversation. Some folks lean in with interest, others just look and think, what on earth is that thing? It takes a page from those old Air Force survival guns. Someone over at Chiappa must have thought, let's bring that back, but turn up the eccentricity and offer real features. It's got a break-action double barrel. On top, you can choose between a .22 long rifle or .22 Magnum. Down below is a trusty .410 shotgun barrel, ready for action. But hold on, it gets even cooler. Add in those Excalibur inserts and you're playing caliber roulette. Pretty soon, you've got a survival gun that takes in more types of ammo than your local sporting store carries. The whole setup folds flat, weighs in at 5.88 pounds, and is easy to tuck away. Looks harmless until you unfold it. Sounds good on paper, right? But let me be honest. Out in the field, it's a hit or miss. Sure, it's tough. It's functional. But pulling that trigger feels like trying to squeeze frozen steel. The sights do the job, but patience is key if you want to hit anything to brag about. Truth is, the M6 isn't for the tactical crowd. It's not winning any speed contests, and it's certainly not built for room-clearing rates. But if you're scraping the bottom of your equipment pile, or if you want a last-line backup for your backup, it shines there. Think of it like the Swiss Army knife of survival rifles. It may not excel at any one thing, but when you're out of options and luck is running low, it could be what gets you walking out of the woods. Chiappa M6. Odd, trusty, and just handy enough to earn a place in your emergency gear. Savage Model 42. Takedown. Now we're getting into bona fide survival territory. No show tricks, no flashy nonsense. The Savage Model. 42 Takedown. That's what you call a rifle made for the wild. Straightforward. A break-action over-under setup. That's simplicity done right. Up top, you've got your pick. A .22 long rifle or .22 Magnum for getting those small game targets. Below, a .410 shotgun ready to handle any critters or anything that creeps where it ought not to. The best part? A single button click, and this breaks apart faster than a cheap folding chair. Pack it, stash it, forget it's there until you need it. Weighs just under 6 pounds, with tough synthetic furniture that doesn't care if it gets drenched, muddy, or dragged through the roughest trail can throw at you. And let's not ignore that Savage name stamped proudly on it, still revered by those who live by their wits in the great outdoors. Look, this isn't some Instagram-ready tactical ornament. The Model 42 is all about practicality. Handles small game like a charm. Provides light defense. Got a snake where you don't want it? Send it packing. Accuracy. The rifle barrel is top-notch for this class. The 410 shotgun barrel? Realistically, you're not taking down turkeys at 50 yards, but squirrels, rabbits, maybe even a snake if you're steady enough? No trouble. Maintenance couldn't be easier. Less moving parts than most semi-autos, meaning fewer ways for this thing to fail you. Bottom line, the Savage 42 doesn't pretend to belong in combat. It's quieter, reliable, just like that seasoned fellow sitting in the corner. Doesn't say much, but you know he's walked through some tough scrapes and come out the other side. Savage Model 42. Takedown, a no-frills survival piece made for when comfort zones vanish. Steyr Scout. Now this one may not look like your traditional survival rifle, but it strides into the lineup with confidence, daring you to challenge its place. The Steyr Scout is fetched right from Jeff Cooper's playbook. His vision for that perfect all-purpose rifle. Bolt action chambered in powerful .308 Winchester. Light enough for day-long carry, sturdy enough to take some knocks, while still stacking precise groups when it matters. Here's what you get. A sleek, purpose-crafted setup, built-in bipod for prone work, integral scope rail on top, and a cleverly Powo-Thini stored spare mag right in the stock, like your aces in the hole. Weighing around 6.5 pounds. Overall length stretches to 39 inches. Sure, it's longer compared to some takedown rigs, but you exchange that for sheer capability. That .308 chambering, it means business. Real-world survival? You're equipped to handle threats, be they on 2 legs or 4. The range? It has it. The accuracy? Just what you'd expect from a rifle tipping the scales north of $1,700. Clean, consistent grouping, smooth bolt, designed to run and endure. Now, is it overkill for squirrels or rabbits? Absolutely. But in high-stakes situations, when you need distance, control, and enough firepower to safeguard what's yours, the Steyr Scout stands firm. This isn't just equipment, it's a mindset with a trigger. The rifle for those who don't just aim to survive, but aim to outlast, outshoot, and outmaneuver whatever comes. Even if you never step out of your zip code, wielding a Scout makes you feel you could trek through states and live off the land all the way. Steyr Scout. Made for those who take survival seriously and play to win. Browning BLR Takedown. Now you might be wondering, survival rifles. Rugged, rough maybe, but elegant? Yeah, that's not a word you hear often, unless you're talking about the Browning BLR Takedown. This one exudes pure class. A lever-action design rooted deep in American tradition, yet with a modern facelift that ensures its place on this list. Here's the kicker. It breaks apart in seconds, splits cleanly, yet holds true zero when pieced back together. That alone is a total game changer. You're not reservoing in the dirt or wasting ammo recalibrating sights after every takedown. Caliber choices, they mean business. 308 Winchester, 243, even 450 Marlin for when things get really dicey, and you need big-time stopping power. Pack it in a backpack, hide it under a truck seat, and forget it's there till it's needed. Most lever guns still use a tube magazine, but not the BLR detachable box magazine for quick reloading. Real-world usefulness baked right in. They've kept the weight decent too. The aluminum receiver keeps it around 6.8 pounds. Not a featherweight, but balanced for carrying and ready to go. And let's be honest, this runs smooth as silk. The lever action, smooth as glass. Trigger, crisp enough to make you smile. Its accuracy, commendable for a takedown rifle. This isn't some relic beside Granddad's old Winchester. The BLR is for hunters, survivalists, or anyone who values tradition while demanding present-day reliability. Got elk season? Check. Got an off-grid plan? Check. Want to look sharp while staying ready? That's covered too. Browning BLR Takedown. For those who know, survival doesn't mean forsaking style, even when conveniences fade away. Weatherby Vanguard. Built tough, priced right. Now folks, moving along. Next up, we got a rifle that punches way above its weight class, the Weatherby Vanguard. This marvel is strutting a Vanguard brown tungsten stock matched with a full Cerakote finish across the barrel, receiver, bolt, and safety. It's not just about looking good. That Cerakote's designed to withstand whatever Mother Nature throws its way. Rain, muck, or snow? Bring it on! This setup's made for all-weather punishment. Down the barrel, you've got a cold hammer-forged gem. The kind of craftsmanship you'd expect in rifles twice the price. Accuracy? Spot on. Dependability. Hunt after hunt, it comes through. If you're concerned about recoil, especially with bigger calibers, that's where the integral recoil lug comes into play. It absorbs the impact and spreads it evenly across the stock in action, so your rifle stays in place, shot after shot. Triggers set too. 2-stage adjustable down to 2.5 pounds, crisp as a fresh sheet of ice. Perfect for precision whether it's paper targets or game in the freezer. Now, reliability. Weatherby held no punches. The M16 style extractor smoothly ejects spent cases each time, so you're not wrestling with stuck brass or dealing with stoppages when timing's critical. And if the going gets rough out there, think mud, dust, forgot your cleaning kit, fear not. The fluted bolt keeps your action smooth and reliable, even when your upkeep's been a little lax. Safety first, right? The Weatherby Vanguard's got you covered with a fully shrouded bolt design and 3 built-in gas ports engineered to vent pressure safely if things take a turn. Peace of mind right in the design, and priced just at $739. For durability and rugged features, it's worth every cent. Ruger 10/22 Takedown. Now let's be honest. If there's any rifle that practically built the small game prepper world from the ground up, it's the tried and true Ruger 10/22. And this takedown version? Same trusty rimfire platform, but now it splits apart better than ever. Easy storage, easy deployment, ready when you need it. Here's the rundown. Push a lever, give the barrel a twist, done. It's in 2 pieces. Suddenly, this reliable rimfire rifle fits snugly into just about any backpack with room to spare. Perfect for the truck, your survival kit, or any place where space matters. It weighs just over 5 pounds. Light, chambered in classic 22 long rifle. No, you're not tackling long-distance threats. But that's not what the 10/22's about. Its mission? Silently, efficiently putting meat on the table. Squirrels, rabbits, birds, then vanishing till called upon again. 10-round rotary mag, rock-solid aftermarket options, and a trigger that performs way better than expected for the price. Accuracy, top-notch for a rimfire. Want optics? Mount a scope. Suppressor ready? You bet. Modularity lets you outfit the rifle to match your strategy. Cleaning? A breeze. No tiny bits to lose in the dust. Just take it apart, wipe it down, and keep going. Out in the field, it simply does its job. No fuss, no alibis. And in a survival setting, reliability tops all flashy tactical gadgets every time. Here's the bottom line. The Ruger 10/22 Takedown is the benchmark, the standard for what a survival rifle ought to be in the real world. Sure, you can spend more money, chase after fancier features, but not many rifles are so proven, practical, and equipped. Ruger 10/22 Takedown, the small game stalwart every prepper, hiker, and survivor ought to have. Henry AR-7. All right, 6 rifles down, and now we dive into real survival legacy. No fluff, no tricks, just raw life-or-death engineering. The Henry AR-7 wasn't made for the range or social media. This was built for stranded pilots in no man's land, relying solely on their gear and grit to make it back. Back in the 1950s, U.S. Air Force pilots relied on this very platform with one simple mission: survive until rescue arrived. Today, it's modernized. Sure, the AR-7 seems a bit quirky, but here's the deal. The design hasn't changed much because it works. Chambered in 22 long rifle, ideal for small game and critical moments. Breaks down swiftly. Just a few parts and everything stores right in the stock. Neat, self-contained, watertight, and yes, it floats. We're talking about one of the most compact, lightweight survival rifles out there. Roughly 3.5 pounds total, assembled in under a minute. No tools, no tension. Now, this isn't crafted for hitting tight shots at 200 yards, but for what it's capable of, up to 50 yards, there's ample precision for small game or basic defense when things hit the fan. Toughness? It's not tank-like. You're not hammering rocks with it, but rain, cold, taking a swim, it takes it all in stride. Maintenance? Simplicity itself. Even better, magazines store right inside the stock. Smart, effective. More designs should borrow that idea. The AR-7 is a survival gun stripped down to its core essence. No flashy gimmicks, no tactical overdrive. It's for those dire moments when all else fails, your backups are gone, and you're down to this rifle and determination. Henry AR-7. Uncomplicated, tried and true, destined to get you back home when the chips are down. KelTec Sub2000 Gen 3. If survival had a secret weapon hiding in plain sight, it'd bear a strong resemblance to the KelTec Sub2000 Gen 3. Folds up like a lawn chair, slides into a backpack with room to spare. And best part, it uses the same mags as your regular 9mm sidearm. That's not just packing light, it's packing smart. And come 2025, smart logistics aren't just helpful, they're essential. Here's the layout. Chambered in 9mm or 40 Smith & Wesson, the Sub2000 delivers real pistol caliber power in a rifle-length setup. 16.25-inch barrel, a tad more than 4 pounds total. And when you're ready to stow it away, it folds at the barrel, locks tight, turning into one of the most compact setups on this list. Easy to carry, easy to conceal, ready to spring into action. The magazine setup? That's where it excels. Glock or SIG setups mean your carbine and sidearm share the same magazines. No guessing, no mixing rounds. Smooth, streamlined, efficient. Accuracy, respectable for a blowback carbine. Slap a red dot on the MLOK rails, get it sighted in. Hitting center mass at 100 yards? No hassle. Is it match grade? Nope. But for real-world survival, fast, repeated hits are what you need. Maintenance? Clear cut. The new Gen 3 boosts reliability, smooths out the recoil, keeps it firing when lesser ones would give up. And yes, it's a KelTec. The looks? Let's call it functionality above form. You're not buying this for show at the range. You're getting it because it works when little else will. The Sub2000 is that peculiar tool in your kit. Doesn't look like much, but when it counts, it's what turns things around. KelTec Sub2000 Gen 3, lightweight, compact, logistical wizardry, hidden until needed, then ready to deliver. TNW Aero Survival Rifle. Now, while the KelTec Sub2000 dabbles in the folding arena, the TNW Aero Survival Rifle steps in swinging with sheer adaptable power, AR style set to go, and a takedown setup meant for folks who are dead serious. Here's the lowdown. This rifle mirrors everything folks love about the AR platform. Customizable, parts accessible, caliber choices, and binds it all into a takedown format that comes apart fast. No tools, no fuss. And different from many rifles that claim versatility, the Aero Survival Rifle really means business. Shows its adaptability with solid proof. Caliber choices, you got them. Pistol calibers like 9mm, 40 Smith & Wesson, 45 ACP, even rifle calibers like 223 or 300 Blackout. Thanks to the quick barrel switch and Glock mag compatibility, you've got a multi-purpose platform all in one concise, versatile package. The design, elegant, barrel, bolt, upper, they all split into standalone segments. Takedown takes seconds. Stow it in a briefcase, put it together in under a minute, and you're wielding a fully ready carbine up to the task. Performance? Smooth to shoot, minimal recoil, holding tight 2 MOA batches with good quality ammo. Sufficiently accurate for most survival settings. Sure, it comes at a higher cost than the bargain options, but what you're getting is a solid alloy frame, adaptable controls, caliber agility whenever needed. It runs dependably, able to withstand mud, rain, or harsh conditions. Cleaning? As simple as it gets, even after dragging it through the roughest terrain. Bottom line, this is the rifle you pack when plans include uncertainty, distance, and adapting to any challenges life throws. Compact, flexible, designed to keep firing no matter the circumstance. Truth be told, if James Bond ever gave up the tux, went off-grid, and bunkered in a cabin, you'd find this behind the pantry. TNW Aero Survival Rifle. Mission flexible, survival tough, ready for what comes next. Chiappa Little Badger. And here we stand, at the top tier, the leader of no-frills, ultimate survival rifles, the Chiappa Little Badger. Now look, it isn't fancy. Won't turn heads at the shooting range. But when the world turns upside down and you're rooting through your gear, hoping you packed smart, you'll be grateful you have this rifle. The Little Badger is geared to do more with less. Straight to the point. You throw it in a backpack, forget it's there, And when the time comes, you'll thank your stars. You brought it along. Ultra-light, ultra-compact, mercilessly simple, stripped of frills, all function. Chambered in .22 long rifle, this rig tips the scales at a mere 2.9 pounds. Folds down to just past 17 inches, making it one of the smallest, lightest firearms labeled as a rifle. Yeah, the exposed frame might look like it came from a post-apocalyptic flick, but don't let appearances deceive you. It's tougher than it looks and dependably efficient when the moment demands. Single-shot action. No, you're not unloading mags with this, but that's intentional. It forces you to slow down, aim carefully, and make every shot matter. Accuracy. Surprisingly spot on for such a minimal design. The built-in Picatinny rails give you choices. Mount an optic. Add a light if you feel fancy. Extra rounds tucked in the stock. Smart, practical, ready when you are. And since it's .22 LR, carrying hundreds of rounds is a breeze. Bottom line, the Little Badger is survival rifle stripped to the core essence. No gloss, no wastage, just raw, elemental function. Not stylish, not tactical cosplay. But when it's time to leave everything behind with just one rifle in your grasp, this is the one to choose. Chiappa Little Badger. Doesn't need much, but always steps up when survival's on the line. Remember, survival ain't luck. It's having the right gear, the right attitude, and sheer tenacity. This firearm stands as a beacon of being ready because that means staying alive.